Hello again guys, and welcome back. I've been wanting to start a new series for a while now, and got motivated last night to get started when I came across this car, the two-timer. I want to build myself a MadMax gang from Hot Wheels cars. Mattel makes a lot of cars that I think lend themselves to this type of modification. When I saw this two-timer, that was the first thing that came to mind. I thought I would make some videos on the first few and see what kind of response I got. If people seem to like them, I'll do videos showing me making the rest of them. I like making the Mad Max style cars. They immediately stick out in a collection, plus you can do a lot of things to the car you would not normally do to other customs. Also, it gives me a chance to customize fantasy cars like this one. Other than some blood, this one will be a bit tame, but I think the end result still looks good. Okay, let's get started and pull the car apart. I normally don't start with the base, but in this custom I'm not going to make very many changes to it. The main thing I wish to change is the red line. This is removed using ELO. As for the body and interior, I'll spray them with silver paint. Here I'm using Valspar silver, but any will do. I'm starting with silver because I want to give the car a gunmetal look. In a moment, we'll paint over the top with black, and you'll see what I mean. They make specific paints just for this look, but I find it's rather easy to make, and the specific paints are rather expensive. Since we're talking about it, let's go ahead and paint the body. To get the finish I'm looking for, I load opaque black into my airbrush. The trick is to go light. Make sure you always start your airbrush pointed away from the car, and then move the car body into the stream of paint. This keeps the splatters from happening. In this case, the finish is not all that important. We'll be building this car up in layers, so much of this will be covered up by subsequent layers. There's not really any primer on this car, and that's intended, but you will need to be careful when you are done, as the paint can easily come off. So here's the car body with the interior after I was done airbrushing it. I like this look on its own and have done several customs with just this look. Our next step is to cover this with matte clear coat and let it dry. Now that we have the matte coat on, we can start weathering the body. You can watch my video on applying rust for a more in-depth look on how this is done, but essentially we just need to use a brush and different powders to build up layers. My base layer will be this rust. No need to go overboard. We don't want to rust the entire car out. I want it to look like it was a used car, not necessarily a car anyone's taking care of, but not a rust bucket either. Once you're happy with the amount of rust, add another layer of matte clear coat over the top to seal the rust in. Let this second layer dry, and then we're ready to apply the next set of powders. In this case, dirt and dust powders. These are applied the same way as the rust, but with aggression. I really try to grind the dirt in with the brush. Also, the brush I'm using for this is a pretty hard bristled brush. Slowly build up some layers, add powder, add matte, repeat. Also, I'm focusing on the sides and not applying very much to the top. I'm looking for that road dust look. Be sure to apply one good coat of matte when you feel everything is the way you want. Now we're really going to grime things up and add depth to the look of the car. To do this, I'm going to use a wash. See my video on how to make and use washes for more details. I apply the wash liberally all over the body. This is black wash, but a brown will look just as good, if not better. The wash will fill in any panel lines and recesses, giving the car shading and a more dirty look. It will cover up some of the powders, but not all of it. After the wash dries, you can go back over with more powders if you so choose. While we're at it, now is also a good time to use the wash on the motors and the tailpipes on the interior piece. Be sure to shoot it with a coat of matte, or the silver paint will repel the wash. So here's what we have so far. I'm not going to use the windshield in this custom as it's blue and would completely distract from the look I'm going for. Maybe later I'll add some bars or something, but for now this will work. With the base back on, we need to take care of the shiny metal and do something about the clean wheels. So I went back to the airbrush and loaded dust color into my airbrush and painted the wheels and base. Sorry, I thought I had video for that, but somehow got lost. The last step is to add a detail. In this case, blood splatter to the front of the car. This is a MadMax car, and in the MadMax world, the car is a weapon, so the blood is appropriate. To achieve this effect, Add about 5 drops of red and then 1 small drop of black and mix. Load this into the airbrush and then loosen the needle. Pull the needle back and then move it forward into its original place. Now aim the airbrush and bring down the trigger in a short burst. This will cause the paint on the tip to splatter onto the car. Repeat this needle movement to reload the tip and fire again. Repeat until you have the desired look. So here's the car all finished. Certainly could do a lot more on this, and later I might revisit it. But for now, I'm already about 2 cars beyond it, and these are already more over the top. Much of the painting technique used here is used on them also, so really this car is just a test car to see what finish I like. Anyway, let me know below what you think, including what you would do different. Also let me know if this type of custom interests you at all. No need to make videos that nobody wants to see. As always, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.